Hello, I'm Teresa. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me here today. Today is I'm going to be showing you an idea for using your gel prints. I get asked all the time, what can I do with them? So this is a nice simple idea, hopefully a practical idea that you can make use of. So if you've got a stash of prints like this lying around, or indeed a load of little offcuts of bits and pieces of prints, and want to know how you can turn them into some really fun greetings cards like this, you want to watch this video today. So I'm going to clear these out of the way and I'll be right back to show you how it's done. As always, I'm going to begin with a quick rundown of what I'm using today. First up is this sheet here, this template. Now I've provided this for you to use. I'll pop a link down below. I'll stick it on my blog so you can download it, print it out if you want to use it. The shapes that I'm using here are very, very simple, but I know some people, they lack confidence in drawing even simple shapes, and you know, if I can provide a template to help, I will do. So feel free to print this off, use it for inspiration, use it as is. It's entirely up to you. That's what it's there for. So I've suggested some shapes here for plant pots, vases, hanging baskets, just basic simple shapes as you can see there. And I've sized these so that they will work well on a little card like this, which is approximately 6 by 4 inches. Obviously, if you want to do something larger, then just scale it up. If you want to do something smaller, then scale it down. I've also added on the bottom here, because there was a bit of space left on the sheet, just some ideas for doodled flowers. As you can see, again, very simple line drawings for different sort of shapes, for leaves, flowers, twigs, that sort of thing. We're not going complicated here, we're not going realistic, so try not to overthink it, but I thought I'll pop those on there as well. So if you want to use those, practice those, please go ahead and do so. Obviously, today's video is about using your gel prints, so I've got a selection of prints here that I've just got prepared already. They're just sort of simple layered acrylic paint done with some stencils. So I have a whole host of those to use. We won't be using much of them, but they're there. I can choose which bits that I want to use. As I say, I've got some little card blanks here, 6 by 4 inch size. So I'm going to make some little cards. You could make, if you could just have a 6 by 4 inch piece of card and make a postcard. Again, change the size, do whatever you want. This is just what I'm showing you today. I've also cut some, this is just some white card. So I'd got, I think it's actually watercolor card, but it was just in my offcuts box, so I just thought, oh, that'll do, it's the right size. Got a couple of those, and this is just some scrapbook paper. I chose this because it's quite a painterly design, so it does coordinate quite well with the gel prints that I've done. If you've got clean-up papers or gel prints that are very basic like this without much pattern, absolutely perfect. But I wanted something that was fairly plain, but some colour in it. And I'd got these were a couple of sheets, 12 by 12 sheets that I'd got. And I've just cut them down because I thought I can layer them onto my card blank like so. I can do some like that and put the design straight on. And some, if I just want a little coloured border, I can do that, and then I can put my design on there. So I'm going to just show you, this is the effect that you get from doing it either way. Of course, you're perfectly free just to put your design directly on the card blank if you want, miss out that. I'm a card maker at heart, I like to use layers in things, so that's why I'm doing that. But by all means, put your design directly on the card blank. You could doodle a little border around the edge or something if you feel you wanted to frame it. Entirely up to you what you do. I may well add a little sentiment at the end, whether that be stamped or a sticker or something. We'll see. When I've finished, we'll see what space we've got and what words I think might be needed to put on the card to finish it off. But for now, that's about it really. I've got a couple of drawing implements. I've got a pencil because I'm going to be cutting out my little vase shapes here and using them as a template to draw around. I've got a paint pen so that I can draw the outline, because I want the outline to be quite bold. And then I've just got a white gel pen and a black brush pen here, just for adding in the details of the plants and things like that. Pair of scissors, got some glue. You can use a glue stick, you could use some PVA glue. But that's it, very basic. But as I say, today's video is more about a suggestion of using up those prints, those bits of offcuts of prints that you've got, things like that. I get asked all the time, and I thought this was a fun, quick and easy project to do. So to begin with, I've cut out some of the shapes that I want to use today off this template, and I'm going to decide whereabouts on the prints I want to, which bit I want to use basically. Now I quite like this bit up here with the pink and the blue. So I'm just going to place my template onto my gel print and draw around it with a pencil so that I can cut it out. Now I want a nice bold outline, so I'm going to use a paint marker. This is a black paint marker. As long as you use a sort of permanent type pen, you could probably get away with a Sharpie marker or something like that. Make sure that whatever pen you're using is going to dry properly on your printed surface. Now this is acrylic paint, so I know that a paint marker is going to dry because it's essentially acrylic paint that's in the paint marker. Some sort of water-based markers may not dry properly on top of the paint, and you could end up with sort of smudging and fingerprints. So if you're unsure whether your marker is going to dry properly on your printed papers, just test on a scrap bit, let it dry, put it aside to one side, just so you know that what you're doing is going to be all right and you're not wasting your prints. So once you've drawn your design, cut it out so that you've got this nice black border around the edge, and that'll make for a nice bold outline. And I'm going to go ahead and do this for all the shapes of the containers that I want to use. And then we'll be ready to move on to the next stage. So I've cut out my little containers here, and as you can see they've all got a nice border around them. I've also cut out a couple of just random little strips like this, because the pots the sort of the planters that are not hanging, I want them to be grounded on something. So I've decided that if they get placed on a little strip of print like so, it looks like they're sitting on a table, and I just feel that they're not floating in the space. So I've cut out a few of those, just random little bits as well. And now it's really time to decide on the layout, the design of your plants, and just get them stuck down and assembled. So the first one I'm going to do, I think I'm going to put directly on a yellow background. So I'm going to stick this down onto my card blank. If anyone's interested in this glue or the little bottles that I use, the fine tip bottles are linked in the Amazon storefronts down below, and that is the Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue. It's a PVA glue, it grabs really quickly. I like using it. So popping that down on my card front, I think I'm going to use this nice little round vase. So I think we need a little strip at the bottom for it to sit on, and then pop the vase there, and that leaves us room to draw our flower. like so. And you can either draw directly with your pen, or if you want to sketch it with a pencil first just to be sure what you're doing, I prefer to do that just so I know I've kind of got it right. So I can just lightly sketch it. And I'm going to take my brush marker. This is a Tombow Funasoke brush pen. I like it because it's got like a plasticky tip. It's not like a fibery, floppy brush pen. So I've got a little bit more control with it. And really, that is as simple as that. Now, you could colour in the leaves if you want to. You could, if they're big enough, do the leaves and the petals out of gel prints and collage them on as well. But I want to keep this quite simple, so I'm leaving it like that, and I will just add a little word sentiment or something to it when I'm done. But I'm going to go ahead and do a few more of these, use up these containers that I've got. And I'll just speed up the video, pop a bit of music on, because it's a similar process for each one.
Was it all just a dream, just all in my head? Floating rivers upstream, the things that you said. Tell me and be honest, tell me, did you know that you would be leaving me just like the winter's snow? Tell me and be honest, tell me, should I've known that you'd be leaving me so painfully quiet and slow? I try my best to move on, to let go. They say time is a healer, just you wait and see. The problem is for me, I need an eternity. So tell me and be honest, tell me, did you know that you would be leaving me just like the winter snow? Tell me and be honest, tell me, should I've known that you'd be leaving
finished cards. I've added on little stickers. These are the Tim Holtz Ideology clippings stickers. They look, for all intents and purposes, like book text. They're just like sampled words. So you could indeed, if you've got an old book, cut some words out, but stamp some words. You could stamp a happy birthday, thinking of you, just for you, something like that. You could leave them entirely blank if you want, but I thought these would go quite nice. So first up, we've got this one with this tall bottle-shaped vase here, and I've doodled this sort of twiggy flower in there. Really like that one, nice and simple on the white background. This one here on our coloured background, I've added in, using a white gel pen, just coloured in some of the leaves or flowers on these that were directly on the coloured background, just to lift it a little and help it sort of pop from the page. Again, just another little clipping sticker down there on the bottom. Then we got this one here, one of our hanging baskets. Again, just a clipping sticker on there, nice and simple, clean card there, I really like that. We have this one here, again, on the white background, little word sticker at the bottom there. Our second hanging basket one here, again, little sticker sentiment at the top, and I coloured in those leaves with the white gel pen. And then finally this one, coloured in the flowers, left the leaves blank, but coloured the flowers in white and added a sticker at the bottom there. Well, I hope that this has inspired you to use some of your prints. If you've got some little odds and ends, if you've got big sheets, small sheets, doesn't really matter. If all you've got is one of the tiny mini gel plates and can do very small prints, this is absolutely ideal for you. You don't need to use large prints for this. Again, something like this, scale it up, put it in a sort of an 8-inch square frame or something would be a beautiful piece of artwork to hang on the wall or something like that. But I really like these little cards. They're absolutely perfect for sort of standby cards for birthdays and things like that. And a nice, simple idea for using your gel prints. So as always, if you enjoyed the video, please leave me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Please do check out the playlist linked at the end. I always do link to all my gel print videos in a playlist. So if you're looking for ideas on how to make your prints, if you don't already have some, go and take a look there. Lots of ideas there. And if you're interested in downloading and printing off the template that I provided, again, check out the link in the description below. But for now, that's all. I'll see you again soon. Bye.